we're here.
Hey everyone, my name is Wright, and I'm going to tell you today about the listening process. There's 3 bullets that I'm going to go over that comprise the listening process. The first one is the listening process, not to be redundant. The second one is active listening, and the third aspect is feedback. So, people on average spend 40 to 70% of their time listening to people, studies show, but that doesn't reflect active listening amongst people. So active listening is not just hearing somebody and then responding with like a yeah or a sure. It's hearing somebody and then responding with positive feedback that actually matters and pertains to the conversation. The model I'm going to go off of to portray active listening and the listening process is the Hurrier model. It was made by a lady named Judy Brownwell, and the H stands for hearing. So that's just hearing what the person's saying, the actual words, nothing beyond that. The next part is understanding, and understanding is a little bit deeper because you take the process and you hear what's being said, and then you actually process the words that are being said. And then the third part of the Hurrier model is remembering. Remembering is really important because it shows that you care about the conversation piece that you're having, and it shows that you can reverberate what was said and then have something else to say on top of that. The next part is interpreting. So that aspect of the Hurrier model is taking what's said to you into consideration and then forming what you think about what was said. The next part is evaluating. So it's evaluating what was said, thinking about how you're going to respond based on the other person's feelings, their thoughts, pretty much everything that you want to say about what they said. And then that moves towards the last part of the Hurrier model, which is responding. And responding is the most important part of the model, I think, because it leads into my next topic, which is feedback. But it's also what the other person gets from you. So it'll keep a conversation alive, and it'll keep it going because it shows that you actually cared enough to listen to have something impactful to say back to them. Alright, so active listening. On active listening, people who show positive active listening skills have proven to be better in managerial positions. So people who can listen, paraphrase what was said to them by a number of people and respond back accordingly, and then make sure to take everybody's words and thoughts into account, show high active listening skills, and they don't just show it through verbal communication. So they can show things through nonverbal communication as well. So if you have one of your employees talking to you, eye contact is nonverbal communication. So if you're looking at them, it shows that you're showing them your attention. But then you also have verbal communication. So if they're saying something you don't particularly agree with, you can respond with something, saying, hey, maybe you want to do this way, or maybe you want to do this that way. Or if you want to show positive reinforcement, you can say, that's really good, and you should all learn from what Jerry, for example, is saying about this subject. And another important aspect of active listening is taking what people say, and even if you have a negative connotation about what they're saying, having positive results with what you're saying back to them. So you want people to have a positive response to your response to them, rather than a negative one. And that's why your feedback is so important. So listening is a gateway to impactful communication. Scientific studies show how beneficial active listening can be towards everybody, and people who show active listening tend to have higher managerial positions. Thank you for listening to my presentation.